Have you ever felt like you're maybe the last person on Earth to figure out this whole ChatGPT thing? Well, you're in the right place. In the next few minutes, we're going to break it all down step by step, even if you've never touched it before.
And just so you know, all the tips we're covering today come straight from the experts at AI for Daily Living. They're a group that's all about making these powerful new tools easy for absolutely anyone to use.
So yeah, you've heard the name, you've seen the headlines, but when you actually sit down to use it, you kind of feel lost. Like, where do you even start? We're going to fix that right now.
And let's get one thing straight right from the get-go. You do not need to be a coder or some kind of tech wizard. The whole system is built to understand normal, everyday language. Seriously, if you can write a text message, you have all the skills you need.
All right, let's dive into your very first conversation. This secret to getting good answers isn't about using fancy, complicated words. No, it's way simpler than you think. So, the biggest mistake most beginners make is treating it like a Google search. You just type in a couple of words with zero background, and you get a really generic, kind of useless answer back. The key, the most important thing, is context. Just look at the difference here. On the left, a vague prompt, explain a Roth IRA. You're going to get a dry textbook definition. But on the right, you just add a tiny bit of context. I'm a beginner, explain it simply, and boom, the whole response changes. You get an answer that's actually built for you.
Okay, so you've added context. Let's level up, because this is where the real magic happens. When you start telling the AI exactly what you want the answer to look like.
You are in the driver's seat here. Don't just accept a giant wall of text if that's not what you want. Tell it what you need. Need a quick summary? Ask for a short paragraph. Need instructions? Ask for numbered steps. You're comparing two things? Ask for a table. You get to be the director. This is a huge mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of it as a one-and-done search. It's not. It's a conversation. That first answer it gives you, that's not the end. It's just the opening line.
So here's the workflow you want to get into. You start with your question. Then you start refining. Maybe you ask for it in bullet points. Great. Is the tone a little too formal? Just tell it, make this sound more friendly. Is it too complicated? Say, explain this to me like I'm in 8th grade. You just keep tweaking till it's perfect.
Now let's talk about a feature that almost every beginner completely misses, but honestly, it is a total game changer. I'm talking about that little plus button right next to where you type.
I'm not kidding. Learning to use this one little button is probably the fastest way to go from just playing around with AI to actually getting real value out of it every single day. It unlocks so much more power. So what's hiding behind that plus sign? Well, you can upload a photo of, say, a confusing bill and ask, what does this even mean? You can upload a 20-page PDF and ask for a quick summary. You can actually talk to it with your voice instead of typing. Or you can even point your phone's camera at something, like the ingredients in your fridge, and ask it to come up with a recipe. It's incredible. Okay, so we've covered the how. Let's get to the fun part, the what. What does this actually look like when you use it for real-world, everyday stuff?
Here's a classic. You wrote an email, but it sounds a little blunt. Just paste it in and ask for a more polite version. And just like that, it's done.
Oh, this one's a massive time saver. Instead of slogging through some super long article, you can get the main ideas in like 10 seconds.
How about some practical life planning? You can use that plus button. Take a picture of what's in your fridge and ask it to create a meal plan for the week. So smart.
Feeling totally overwhelmed by a big project for work or home? Just ask ChatGPT to break it all down into small, manageable steps. And this is a lifesaver. You can take a picture of your messy, handwritten notes and ask it to organize everything into a clean, typed-up list.
So you've got the basics down, but how do you go from just knowing how to use it to feeling really confident and getting better fast?
This right here is the ultimate pro tip. If you ever feel stuck and you're not sure what to do next, just ask the AI for help. You can literally ask it, what should I ask you to make this answer better? And it will give you suggestions. You can't lose. And what's the single best way to build that skill? It all comes down to the number one. Just one small task a day. That's it. Don't try to solve world hunger. Just use it to rewrite one email or to make one list. That tiny bit of daily practice is how you get fluent fast.
Okay, so to wrap it all up, here are the key things to remember. First, just talk to it like a person, and always give it context. Second, that little plus button is your secret weapon, so don't be afraid to use it. Third, remember it's a conversation. Always keep refining. And finally, that little bit of daily practice is all it takes to become a pro.
And so that really just leaves one final question for you. Now that you have the playbook, what's the first small, simple problem you're going to solve with it? Go ahead, give it a shot.